Okay, this is People of the State of Michigan versus Jeremiah Jackson, docket number 20-696FH. Mr. Jackson, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Jackson, you have the right to an attorney. You are represented by Mr. White. And Mr. White, this is a plea to which count or counts?
Let's see, this changed in a moment.
Count two.
Ms. Allen,
Count two.
are we leaving it on count two or did we have to add one?
Nope, just count two.
Just count two.
Okay, will you waive reading of the balance of the information, Mr. White?
I will, Your Honor.
Ms. Allen, would you read count two, please?
In the People of the State of Michigan versus Jeremiah Jackson, file 20-696-FH, State of Michigan, County of Ingham, in the name of the people of the State of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before the court and informs the court that on or about January 20th, 2020, at 1218 North High Street, City of Lansing, Ingham County, the defendant did in count two commit the offense of assault with a dangerous weapon, that he did make an assault upon Tashana Hawkins with a dangerous weapon, to wit, a knife, but without intending to commit the crime of murder or to inflict great bodily harm less than the crime of murder, contrary to Michigan law. This is a felony punishable by up to 4 years and/or $2,000. DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under Michigan law if the assault was committed in a place of confinement and was committed against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
Mr. Jackson, you're being charged here with assault with a dangerous weapon, also known as felonious assault. That is a felony punishable by up to 4 years in prison. Also, if you were on parole at the time you committed the offense, there'd be a mandatory consecutive sentence. Have you had enough time to talk about this charge with your attorney?
Yeah, we had talked about it. He said like 2 of the charges was getting dropped and stuff.
Right. Right, we're gonna get to the plea agreement in just a minute. But right now, what they've told me is that they're gonna drop all the remaining charges if you plead to this count. And then maybe there's more to the plea agreement, I don't know, there might be. But we'll get to that in a moment. But have you had enough time to talk about it with your lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about what we're doing?
No, Your Honor.
And to this charge of felonious assault, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
If your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with a trial. I'm going to go through those with you. You'll be giving up the right to a trial by jury if you didn't want trial by jury, trial by judge. You'll give up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty and to require the prosecutor to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You will give up the right to have the witnesses against you appear at the trial and to be able to cross-examine them, as well as the right to have this court order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the trial. You'll give up your right to remain silent at trial and not to have your silence used against you, or in the alternative, your right to testify at the trial if you wanted to. Also, when you plead guilty, it changes some things about appeals that you need to know. One is that when you plead guilty, you don't get an automatic right to appeal your case to the higher court. Instead, you'd have to ask them to hear your case, and they would have to agree to hear it. And then the other thing is that when you plead guilty, there are many issues that you simply cannot appeal. Unlike when people go to trial, if they get convicted, they can appeal a wide range of issues. Do you understand your rights here, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if I accept your plea, it also means you won't be able to come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that nobody told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
It also means you will not be able to come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a plea agreement, Ms. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor. In exchange for the defendant's successful plea and sentence to count two, we agree to dismiss the balance, which is count one and count three. We also agree not to issue any witness interference or threatening charges based on the behavior that brought us here to the bond hearing as well.
All right. Is that a full and complete statement, Mr. White?
It is, Your Honor.
And now, Mr. Jackson, is that all of that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you agree with it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, I don't know what your sentence will be, and I haven't made any deals or agreements with anyone about your sentence. Are you clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything else that hasn't been said here right now in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone used any threats?
No, Your Honor.
Is this your own choice?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty of this offense? Now, I'm only talking about the felonious assault.
Is that right, Toby?
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll
Okay,
go
yes,
through we'll go through the factual basis so that you're clear on it.
Okay.
Okay, so you are pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not because Mr. White does.
No, Your Honor.
I just
Okay,
made the agreement.
just want to be sure.
I'm pulling out the facts and I made the agreement.
All right, so now, Mr. Jackson, I'm required to ask you on or about January 20 of last year, tell me about Ms. Hawkins and what you did to her. Did you have a knife?
I'm truthfully, no, Your Honor. I've never had a knife.
Okay, so I'm told that you wanted to plead guilty to assault with a dangerous weapon. It says here that you used a knife to assault Tashana Hawkins. Is that true or not true?
Is Toby? That's true.
Do you need to talk to your?
I think I need a breakout.
Can I have a word with him, please?
Hold on. Mr.
sorry.
Mr. Jackson, I'm going to put you in a separate room, so to speak, with your attorney. You can speak privately with him. We will not be able to see you or hear you, and nothing's being recorded. Let me set up that room.
Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor.